first exercise here is just going to be 5 deep breaths. So we're going to sit tall at the edge of your seat here, chest up high. We're going to take 5 deep breaths in through the belly. So not so much lifting the chest, but expanding through the belly and rib cage here. So deep breath in, through the nose, that's 1, and out slowly. 1 more, deep breath in. Hold for just a second, and out. That's 2. Deep breath in again. Hold for just a second. Feel that stretching out your belly and rib cage. Out. 1 more in. And out slowly. Last one here. This is number 5. In. And out. And relax. That's great. So that's just to get you primed to use breathing and to remember to breathe throughout the rest of your exercises. Okay. Our next one here is going to be a tall sitting exercise. And with this one, we're stretching out our shoulders and shoulder blades. So the first part is you're going to reach your fingertips away from you as far as you can. You want to feel your shoulder blades back here stretch apart. Okay? So we're going to reach away, fingertips as far from you as you can. And then on the way back, you're going to pull your hands back to your sides, palms face up, and then lift the chest and squeeze your shoulders together behind you. So that's 1. Let's reach out again for number 2. Out. Reverse it, palms go up, pulling the elbows behind you, squeezing the shoulders together. Good. That was 2. Out. And back. One more time. This is number 4. And squeeze back. That's 5. We're lifting the chest up. Looking upward. One last one here, reaching out as far as you can. Really feel that stretch in your upper back. And then pull back. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift the chest up. Good. And that's exercise number 2. That's warming up your shoulders. 3 is the tall sitting, reaching up, chest up, and then reach down, chest down. So with this one, we're sitting up tall on the edge of a seat. First thing is we're going to take our fingertips and reach up toward the ceiling in an arc. Lift the chest up as high as you can. Good. And then we're going to come down in an arc and reach toward the floor, only going as low as you can comfortably. You should feel a little bit of a stretch in your back as you round over. And then we're going to go back up to the top again for number 2. Looking up to the ceiling and lifting the chest, reaching those fingertips as high as you can. That's great. And come back down, reaching for the floor. And back up again. And down. That's 3. We've got 2 more. And back up. Really reaching up as high as you can. Feel your shoulders stretching out, your back stretching out. And on the way back down, we're reversing that stretch in the other direction. And one last one here, reaching up to the ceiling. And then back down to the floor. Good, and relax.
My palms were.
That's okay. Another part of this is none of it has to be perfect. You know, all this stuff is just supposed to get you moving. Okay. Is it warm in here? Okay. The next one is that reaching across. Okay. So, exercise number 4 is tall sitting, reaching across to either side. So we're going to sit up tall on the edge of the seat here, We'll start with your right hand. You're going to bring it up to the right side and then look at your fingertips. While staring at your fingertips, you're going to reach across to the left as far as you can, turning your head and upper back at the same time. Come back to the center, and we're going to do that on the left side. So left hand up to the side. You're going to look at your fingertips first, and then bring them across your body as far as you can, reaching toward your right hand side, turning your upper back and your neck at the same time. And then back to the middle. So that was one on each side. We're going to go back to the right side and do it again. So looking at your fingertips, bring them across. This whole time you want to be sitting up as tall as you can. You're going to feel a little bit of stretch in your upper back as you reach across. Left hand again, up to the side. Looking at your fingertips, reach across as far as you can. None of this should be strenuous or painful. We're just looking for a gentle stretch through the shoulder and through the upper back. Take the right hand one more time. You're going to reach across. And notice with all of these movements, none of them are very fast. We're doing very slow and controlled movements, going at a pace that you feel you can control. And back down, and we've got one more on each side here. Right hand again, up, reaching across. And back down. And the last one on the left hand side again. Across and back down. So that's the reach across. Okay, that's warming up your upper back through some rotation here and stretching your shoulders across your body as well. All right, on to number 5 here. Oh, we're skipping number 5. We're going to do the knee to chest stretch here. Okay, so with this one, we're stretching out the hip muscles. Okay, the glutes here, you're going to feel a bit of a stretch here. The way we do that is you want to be on the edge of your seat, and then you're going to reach down and grab one of your knees, pull it up toward your chest as high as you can, and then while you're holding it up there, sit up tall as you can, lifting the chest. You're going to feel a stretch in your hip and in your glutes, or your bottom on the side that you're pulling up. Bring that down, and we're going to go back and forth like that. Sitting up tall as you can. You'll feel when you do that tall sitting motion, it accentuates the stretch just a little bit more. Reach up, lifting high, and back down, and up, and back down. Really sitting tall here, and back down. Great. So that's getting your hips warmed up there. Next one here is going to be the seated straddle stretch. So you might need to move even a little further on the edge of your seat here. And we'll start with your right leg. We're going to put that out to the side with your foot flat on the floor. Okay? Maybe out in front just a little bit. Then you're going to take your fingertips, overlap them, and then keeping that knee straight, you're going to reach toward your toes. Okay? You don't need to try to touch your toes if you're not able to. We're just looking for a gentle stretch through the inside of the straight leg, okay, and in the back. So we're stretching our hamstrings and our adductors, or the groin muscles here, and come up. So we'll do 5 on one side, and then switch and do 5 on the other. That was 1. Here's 2. And in between each repetition here, you want to sit up tall, and then try to keep that tall posture as you reach down. That's great. That was 3. Bring your feet back to the middle, and then we'll put the left leg out to the side. Okay. You may get a better base of support if you put your right foot out just a little further. Great. We're going to sit tall, fingertips overlapping, and you're just going to reach down toward your toes. We're feeling a stretch here on the inside of the thigh, on the back of the thigh, and a little bit in the low back as well. And back up. Reach down again for number 2. You're just holding for about a 1 Mississippi at the bottom of each stretch. Back up. And down. Back up. And number 4. And 5. Great. All right, and so this next stretch here is part of our warm-up. We're going to be stretching out the shoulders and the hips. So you want to set up a chair behind a table here far enough that when you lean forward, your head can clear the table. Okay? So you're going to be pretty far away from the table here, starting with your fingertips right on the edge. So lean forward, place your fingertips on the edge. And then you're going to slide your hands forward on the table, looking down at the ground just in front of your feet. You're going to try to bring your chest as close to the ground as you can. Hold for just a second, and then come back up. And we'll go one more time. At the bottom here, we're going to feel a stretch in a few different places. So my shoulders are being stretched out. My hips and my low back are being stretched. Come back up. And slide out again. That's 3. Let's do 2 more. 4. And last one here. Get a good stretch. Try to bring your chest as close to the ground as you can. And back up. And relax. Great. The next one here, you're going to keep your feet in the same spot. Grab onto the table. You're just going to stand up. From here, holding onto the table if you need it, we're going to do a mini squat. So leaning over just a little bit, pushing your bottom back toward the chair. Squat down only as far as you're comfortable going, and then stand up all the way straight. We're going to squeeze your bottom at the top here. And back down again, holding onto the table if you need it. The chair is back there to catch you. It's also going to be a target for you. So what I mean by that is you're trying to push your bottom back toward the chair. Good. And that's 3. And up. 2 more. We want to stand tall as you can every time. And 4. That's great. 1 more. And 5. Good. And back up. Our last one here, we're going to have support on both sides. So you may want to turn that chair all the way around so that you can grab onto the sturdy back of it. All right. And you're going to walk toward the front edge of that chair for me. Okay? Holding onto the table on one side and the chair on the other. I want you to take one foot and take a big step back with it. Our arms are providing support here on both sides. The front foot will stay flat on the floor the whole time, and the back foot can be up on your toes if that's more comfortable. From here, we're going to stand up tall, and then you're just going to do a mini lunge, squatting straight down, only as far as you're comfortable going. At the bottom here, you want to feel a stretch in the hip flexor and quad, or the front of your thigh and hip here. Okay, hold for just a second at the bottom, and then stand up straight again. That's 1. Let's do 4 more of those on the same side. Great. And 2. You want to remember to stay upright here. So we go straight down. Make sure that front foot is staying flat on the floor. And straight back up. Do 5 of these on one side, and then switch and do the other side. Okay, and we'll switch feet. So step back forward again. And then with the other leg, you're going to take a big step back. Again, keeping the front foot flat on the floor, back foot up on your toes. Use as much support from your arms as you need. Okay. Just a little squat down. Feeling a stretch through the front of the hip and the thigh on the trailing leg. And then up straight. Back down. And while at first you might only do a little squat down, over time, we're talking weeks to months, you're going to get a little bit lower as you do this, and eventually you may be able to bring your back knee all the way to the ground. Two more. Great. And last one here, get a good stretch. And 5.